Hello, dear believers and my friends. May God bless you and keep you. And it's about 9:30 in the morning here in Michigan, United States of America. And I just want to talk about the dream that I had maybe about an hour or two ago. But what's important about this dream is I had this dream before. And it's about being lost in the city. That's right, lost in the city. And as I was moving about in the city in this dream, I couldn't find my way. I was unfamiliar with all of the surroundings. And I'm talking about even in some of the cities that I grew up in. Everything was so dark and dingy. The transportation was nil. I mean, people were confused. And I didn't see a whole lot of people in my dream. But I noticed that I was out wandering in the cities. If I wanted to get to A or B, I was lost. I was unfamiliar in the city. I don't care what city I went in, I was in a state of confusion. I didn't know the cities anymore. The trains, the buses, I didn't see any buses, no trains. People just, the ones that I did see, people was just like in a fog. You know how you see those old country and western movies where the town is like a ghost town? One of those old towns that everybody had moved out of. One of those gold rush towns. But it was sort of like that, but it was darker. And I had this dream before. And I said, what is going on? I said, I don't even know how to get around anymore. And I know you usually can just jump on a freeway and go from Texas to Georgia or go from Alabama to Michigan or to California. I said I was just lost. And the place looked so strange. It was like I was living in a strange world. Couldn't find my way in this city or any city. Now this morning I dreamed the same dream. Now check this out. I was either at work and had parked my car in the parking lot, but I had to leave and I was trying to find something. I was roaming all through the city and I was trying to find my vehicle. And I was all over the city and I was so confused and I didn't know what was going on. Like I said before, it was dark and confusion. And then after I did all of that roaming around in the unknown city, I remembered. I said, you know what? I didn't park in this parking lot. I parked in the parking lot that I was in where I was at. I said to myself, all this confusion. You know, confusion make you where you can't think straight. You get all confused and you know, just like you have dementia or something. Al has a disease. Losing your mind, in other words. So I remembered, I said, you know what? I didn't park here. I parked where I was at. I said, all of this confusion. I said, but I'm so lost. I don't even know how to find my way back to where I just came from. And dear believers, I got up and got on the internet and I went into my Bible software. And I said, I need to find out what this dream means. And I searched lost in the cities. You know how you put keywords in? Lost in the city. I put in stranger in the city. And then finally the Lord showed me Isaiah, the 24th chapter. And I said, that's it. That's exactly what I saw in my dream. And he had given me that dream before, being lost in the city, confusion. I didn't know where I was at. And you know, I did a little traveling before, and I never really got lost anywhere because I can read a map pretty good. But God showed me this dream, and I went to Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and I said, that's it. And starting at the first verse, and it's all about God's judgment on the earth. And dear believers, we're looking at this rigged up election that's coming in the United States of America between Hillary and Donald Trump. And I'm going to tell you, we are getting ready for some hard times. You talking about Obama came in with change. And if they get Hillary in there, my God. And if they get Donald Trump in there, my God. They both are globalists. But anyway, Isaiah the 24th chapter, and this is what my dream was about. And it reads, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty. And I'm going to be reading out the New International Version. See, the Lord is going to lay waste the earth and devastate it. He will ruin its face and scatter its inhabitants. And that's what I saw. All the cities, every city I went to, it was just, no bustling of people anymore. It was just like empty. It will be the same for the priest as for people, for the master as for his servant, for the mistress as for her servant, for seller as for buyers, for borrowers as for lenders, for debtors as for creditors. The Lord is going to lay waste the earth, dear believers, my friends. So all that confusion that I saw in the dream, God is getting ready to lay waste the earth. God is getting ready to make the earth empty in the King James Version, and turneth it upside down, and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. And check this out. And it shall be in the second verse, Isaiah 24:2. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, and with the servant. And I just read that before. See, as with the servant, so with his master and with his maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker or user, so with the giver of usury to him. Third verse, Isaiah 24:3. The land shall be utterly empty. That's what I saw in my dream. It was confusion, lost in the city, and utterly spoiled. There was no shops that you can go in and ask for directions and ask people, say, which way to go. And I remember I was stumbling through the ghetto in one of the dreams. And I mean, you know how you go through the ghetto of the ghettos? Where it's all kind of violence and gangs. And I was wandering through the ghetto. And I was tipping through the ghetto. And I said, ooh, I got to hurry up and get out of here. Trying to find my way. Traveling through this empty city. Trying to get somewhere. I don't know where I was trying to get. But in my last dream, I was trying to find my vehicle. And all the time, the vehicle was right where I left it. At the beginning. And I said, Lord, how did I do that? Confusion. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. I'm reading out of the New King James Bible. The earth is defiled, verse 5, under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed. And this is the reason why the confusion. And God is going to lay waste the cities, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. It's okay for a man and man to get married. Transvestites, they can go in the same restrooms with little baby girls. They have changed the ordinances. Right is wrong, and wrong is right. Broken the everlasting covenant. And we talking about the covenant with God. You know, that covenant was love God with all your heart, your soul, and your mind, and to love one another. They broke that. Therefore have the curse. You hear me? The curse devoureth the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and a few men left. A few earth dwellers will be left. And that's what the Lord keeps showing me. He said, Fuel 747, I'm showing you this dream because I want you to see how all the confusion is going to go on in this wicked world today. People are going to be roaming here and there, all confused, and don't know which way to go. And you know, in this dream, it showed me that the best, safest place for you is right where you're at. Because we could keep on reading, it's going to tell you when you try to walk through this lonely city, you're going to fall into a ditch. And then when you try to get out of the ditch, you're going to become snared. So during this wicked time that's coming, the best place for you is going to be right where you at. Therefore, in the 6th verse, Isaiah 24:6, have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You talking about men and women. The new wine mourneth. That means the new wine will be dried up, and the vine languishes, withers. And all the merry-hearted do sigh. The believers in the NIV, it says, the new wine dries up and the vine withers. All the merry makers groan. People won't be going out partying anymore. All that joyful timbers are stilled. The noise of the revelers, that means the party goers, has stopped. The joyful harp is silent. You won't be able to hear no Stevie Wonder anymore, or no Pink Floyd, or no Rare Earth, no Jose Feliciano. All that's gonna stop. You know, no Rihanna, no Beyonce. That's gonna be over with. No longer do they drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. So all the drunkards, the ones that, now this is going to be a good way for an alcoholic to become clean, because there won't be no drinking, no wine. And you know they legalize smoking weed now. You can forget that. It won't be no more weed. I don't know what you going to do now. Just smoke the smoke that's coming out of the dirt. The city of confusion is broken down. Now that's what I saw. The ruined cities lies desolate. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up. Everybody, that no man may come in. The ruined cities lies desolate. The entrance to every house is barred up. Don't that sound like some kind of like today? The confusion of the city. There's crying for the wine in the streets. People going to be looking for stuff to drink. All the joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. Now, dear believers, you read the rest of this, and it goes down to the end. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously. And I told you, dear believers, there's going to be a new heaven and earth and a new Jerusalem. The moon will be dismayed, the sun ashamed, for the Lord Almighty will reign on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before its elders with great glory. That's the dream. And see, dear believers, when you have a dream and you don't understand it, go to the Word of God. God will reveal that dream to you every time. Get you some decent Bible software. And I use BibleHub.com, and I go to the Bible timeline and different areas of the website. But God's judgment on the earth. That's why my dream was so confusing. I couldn't find my way around the cities anymore. Now I know why. See, the Lord is going to lay waste the cities, the earth, and devastate it. So we might as well get ready for it. Get right with the Lord. And when I was looking for my vehicle in this dream, all the time, here I am stumbling through a lost, dingy, dirty city, and all the time my vehicle was right there near me. Dear believers, hold on to the Lord while you can, because he's right there near you. He's right there guiding you and leading you. You look at all this wickedness in the world today. Don't you go out there. Do not go out there in this wicked world, because there's nothing out there for you. God is going to take care of a remnant. And when you read this whole chapter, Isaiah, the 24th chapter, you're going to see where God is going to spare a remnant. All people will not be destroyed. God is going to save a few. A remnant means a few. So your vehicle is right there next to you. You don't have to go stumbling all through the cities like I did in my dream. I said, oh my God, I forgot. I parked my vehicle right there where I was at. How did I make that mistake? I'm out here in this city, stumbling all over the world, trying to find, just lost out here. And I said, I know I got to get back now to where I was at. I need to get back because my vehicle is where I was at in the first place. Dear believers, I know it's long, but I had to jump up this morning to hurry up and make this video. But using when God give you a dream and it comes from him, you never forget it. It sticks in your mind because he puts it in your heart. All right, dear believers, you hold on. God's judgment on the earth is coming. I don't know how soon, but we are very near the end. And I'm going to tell you, you talking about bomber Obama talking about a change for the United States of America and the world. You wait till that Hillary get in there, or that Donald Trump. You ain't seen nothing yet. All right, dear believers, because the globalists they are turning up the fire, and but so is God. God said it. He said, I am going to lay waste the earth. And I told you why. Because they're breaking all of God's laws, ordinances, and covenant. Peace to you all. I love you all, and so do God. Never give up and never think about giving out. Bye-bye.